Lighthouse Charge, what are we? We produce chargers for electric boats that are quick and efficient. But what can be the problems that can arise from this? To start off, price. Price can be the ultimate concern towards consumers. Additionally, it can be hard to access sustainable chargers in Europe, and it is not very well known that electric chargers are available in the European market. But to that, what can Lighthouse Charge do? Well, we have the solution. We use groundbreaking DC power chargers, which are a lot more efficient than AC/DC, and additionally to that, we add tidal energy. How can you trust us? Well, we already have below $100 model for electric charger, but also how else can you trust us? Well, I have personal experience in running my family's business, which is in the environmentally friendly sea industry, where we integrate the ocean and rivers with rice farms and ducks and animal waste with tidal energy to produce a continuous charge where nothing is wasted. From that, we became the first ever farming business to be able to produce that in Indonesia.
Hi, I'm Dean from Kazakhstan, and let's continue. So the market size for Lighthouse Charge are the following. It's $4+ billion from 2.7 million EV chargers and charging fees worldwide, $685+ million from Norway and UK market, and $42 million for just 6% share of the market, which is our sum. I want to highlight the last bullet point here. The electric boat market is projecting 13.0% compound annual growth rate, which is pretty healthy. The milestones/roadmap. We've already completed the Q4 2023 and the Q1 2024, which is basically completing the charger prototype design as well as the app prototype. And we want to move on into the prototype phase as well as demo production deployment. And our aim is that by starting 2025, we want to have mass production initiation at a rate of 100 units per annum, ending 2025 to expand a plan, and starting 2026 to enter the global market. Here is our product map. So as you can see that there's a clear gap in the market if we weren't there for grid independent yet electric chargers which cater to electric boats. Our main competitor, Aqua Supar, they heavily rely on grid. They heavily rely on the electricity grid. And the advantage of being grid independent is that basically we're not at the wrath of the local utility company. We have higher profit margins. We can be based in more areas, in more popular areas, which don't have the infrastructure yet, maybe. And we can still be based there. And Tesla, we can see them moving a bit forward into this in grid independence as they incorporate solar panels into their charging stations to power themselves. So our business, we have two business models. One, we build and sell our own charging stations, and two, we take a 10% commission on each transaction. So we sell at $68,000 for one charging station. That will give us a profit margin, a blitzscaling driven profit margin of 15%, which would be $34 million after selling 500 charging stations, which is our target revenue after 4 years. And the 10% commission, that's $1.2 average fee per charge. That's $12 per charge. A $12 charge will last a week. That would be $312,000 a year for us from 5,000 charging stations. But what makes this really attractive is that it's at an over 95% profit margin. And 5,000 charging stations, if you're partnered with like local charging networks as well as global ones, then that's actually reasonable. Tesla has tens of thousands of charging stations of superchargers themselves. So our projected 5-year revenue forecast for Lighthouse Charge are the following. From year 1 to 2, grants and prototypes will fund us. But then from year 3 to 4, that is when we really start scaling our production. And from year 5, that is when we enter the global market, and we expect that. So our go-to-market strategy is events, partnerships, and Uber/others. For events, Sail GP, they have 100,000 visitors and all. Partnerships, different thriving popular marinas, maybe Accra Bragg Marina, and Uber/others. We want to initially offer cheap and electric water taxis and build infrastructure that they'll soon rely on. So this is our team. I'm the developers and PR. I'm the winner of National iOS App Design Challenge as Chief UI and UX. I founded and grew multiple Instagram accounts, 10 million impressions. And for Chantika, she is the Vice President of a student-led nonprofit, partnered with Taco, which is like a top 10 utility firm in the Europe, Middle East, and Africa region. She helps run her family business, and her uncle has a tidal-powered farm. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, and bye from Lighthouse.